Nora floor coverings can be installed on most known subfloors, on anhydrite, for example, and cement screed, vacuum concrete, and mastic asphalt. This is, in each case, conditional on compliance with country-specific standards and the concomitant mandatory checks. Check routines. You can use a straight edge and a measuring wedge to check whether the subfloor is even. Note that the country-specific tolerances must, in each case, be observed. To check the hardness of the surface, you can use a scratching device or a pointed steel hook. In the scratch grid thus produced, no material may break away at the crossing points. The residual moisture in the subfloor must conform to regulations, and in cement and anhydrite screeds, this can be measured with an electrical measuring instrument. For this purpose, first drill 2 holes into the subfloor at a defined distance. Then, insert 2 probes connected to the measuring instrument into these holes. The conductivity between the 2 probes is a measure for the residual moisture present in the subfloor. In the UK, the only accepted test method is the use of the hygrometer, or probe, to measure the relative humidity. Sufficient time must be allowed for moisture equilibrium to become established, as per BS 8203. Another option for measuring the moisture in the subfloor is the CM method. For this purpose, prise open the screed. Take the material for measuring from the lower third of the screed and comminute it on a special base. To obtain an accurate measuring result, you need a precisely weighed quantity of material, with the quantity needed depending on the nature of the subfloor involved. Fill the quantity to be measured into a bottle. Then add the steel balls supplied with the instrument and carefully place an ampoule of carbide inside the bottle. Then seal the bottle with the pressure gauge closure and shake it vigorously so that the ampoule bursts open and the material for measuring is thoroughly mixed with the carbide. 10 minutes later, you can read off the pressure at the pressure gauge and thus determine the residual moisture in the subfloor. The thermal gravimetric analysis is used to determine the residual moisture in concrete. Preparatory work. Vacuum concrete, surfaces with a PU coating, and heavily soiled subfloors must be treated by means of the shot blasting technique so as to obtain a clean, non-slip surface. Old floorings, which must be removed, are pre-cut and then detached with a stripper tool. You can use a shot peening unit to remove any flooring and adhesive residues adhering. These are the exceptions. Usually, the subfloors are ground with a single disc cleaning machine so as to remove loose or adhering layers of dirt or curing agents. After that, the subfloors are hoovered until they are clean, using a high-performance industrial-type vacuum cleaner. Then the surface on which you want to install the flooring is primed. After the primer has dried, apply a suitable caster wheel traffic-proof leveling compound with a rake blade. The raking process corresponds to state-of-the-art technique and ensures an absolutely level surface, free of trowel marks. When the rake blade with the correct serration is used, the required thickness of 2 millimeters is reached, and at the same time, an evenly absorbent subfloor created for subsequent fixing. Then use a spiked roller to aerate the surface. After it has thoroughly dried, the subfloor must finally be polished over with a single disc cleaning machine.